welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be the first one of my collection videos. Today I'm going to go ahead and get started with blushes. I will show you every single blush that I own. I will do swatches and I hope you do enjoy. If you enjoy collection videos, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe before you leave and let's go ahead and get into it. I think I'm going to go ahead and get started with the smallest category I have. Maybe the loose blushes is another small category that I have, but I decided to start with creams. This way I can stain my hands early on. I'm just joking, but let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with cream blushes, and then I think after this I'm gonna do them like after the cream blushes I will go by brand, get out of like you know, like the big brands that I would have. Like I have a lot of MAC, I'll do all of MAC and I'll try to do it that way. That's the only way I could think about doing it. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one I have in here is the cream blush by Fenty Beauty. Of course it's cream, we're starting with cream, but this is in the shade Rose Latte. I have two cream blushes by Fenty, and oh my gosh, it's so cold. Like it's freezing today for some reason, so it's gonna take a while for these cream blushes to warm up on my hands. The other one that I have by Fenty is the shade Fenty Glow, which I just recently picked up. It came in that trio set from Sephora. So here's the next one by Fenty. Swatching on my top part of my arm. I do really like both of these. I absolutely love this one because it's such a unique shade in my collection. Next up for cream blushes, I have Tower 28, and this is the shade Beach Please. Let's see if I can, I always have a hard time opening this guy, but this is what it looks like. Let me go ahead and do a swatch of that. Of course, we're swatching everything today. I hope you've grabbed a snack and you're ready for this. So there it is. This is the Tower 28. And let's do this Bareminerals. This is another one that I really like. This is Bareminerals Bounce and Blur, and the shade is Mauve Sunrise. It's so cute, and it's a little tiny baby. So let's swatch this guy. It is so pretty. It's such a pretty shade. Okay, next we're gonna let's do this Nude Sticks one. This is in the shade Sweet Peach Peony, and this is the Nudies all over color. So here it is. It's very light. It's definitely light. It's light on my skin tone. So there's that one. This one I haven't used, the Rare Beauty one. This glossy one I just picked up recently from my when I purchased some Black Friday items in Cyber Monday, which I do have that haul video already up on my channel. So I'll have it linked in the cards above if you're curious. Ooh, I applied way too much. There it is. It's did I say what shade? This is the shade Beam. I applied way too much. That was a big swatch. So there you have it. These are all the creams so far. Only two more to go. The Rare Beauty one, and this is the matte blush, and the shade is Bliss. Give it a little bit of shake. Again, this is my first time swatching this guy. Oh, it's very neutral, very everyday appropriate. Okay, I could see myself enjoying this guy. There's that. And then the last one, I think that's the last one. I tried to gather around all of the blushes that I have. I tried to put them all, you know, near me. So this is the last cream one. Ooh, this is one of my absolute favorites. This is Nars, and the shade is Torrid. Yep, liquid blush, and the shade is Torrid. So there you have it. These are all my cream blushes. Not that many, but that's enough. All right, let's move on. I'm gonna go ahead and clean my hands before they stain, and then I'll be right back, and then we'll start with brands. Maybe I'll do, I think the majority I have, like big brands would be MAC. I think I'm gonna do it that way. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, let's go ahead and move on to MAC. Yeah, I think this is probably the one brand where I have the most from. I didn't realize that, and I have two in here. So let's go ahead and do those. There's this one that I think it's kind of like it's a bounce and blur. I think it's what it's called. I could be totally wrong. No, Bounce and Blurs by Bareminerals. I don't know. This is the Glow Play Blush, and this is the shade So Natural. This one is a little bit funny because when you swatch it, it's kind of like so subtle. It doesn't look like anything. It kind of looks a little bit blah, I'm not gonna lie. But when you apply it on the face, especially with the right brush, it is absolutely stunning. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this one. It has that bouncy, oh, I forgot that I saved this guy. It has that like bouncy formula. I'm gonna try and do swatches on this part of my hand so you can see them better because the upper part is pretty tan. So there it is. It looks kind of like, you know, it can be easily built up, but it looks so beautiful on the skin. So that's the first one. Now let's do, I'm gonna move these over here. And let's do these ones. These are the Extra Dimension blushes. I have Just a Pinch, Sweets for My Sweets, and Fairly Precious. So here is Just a Pinch. It's very peachy, very glowy though. So there's that one. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. Okay, Sweets for My Sweets is this one. And let's do that guy. There it is. And then the last one is Fairly Precious. The last one from the Extra Dimension, extra something. It's this one. You can see they're super glowy. Like this line is very glowy. Let me wipe my fingers. Okay, so now let's do, is this the only one? No, I do have one of those over there. But let's do these ones, which are the, what do they call them? These are the Mineralized Blushes. This is the newest one to me. This is the shade Warm Soul. If you guys should see my setup right now, it is hilarious how I have my camera propped up so you can see what I'm doing and still be able to see like the products themselves. Warm Soul had been on my wish list for a long time. I'm gonna have to swatch. Oh, I have to swatch here. It had been on my wish list for quite some time, so I finally picked it up. Okay, I think it's everything I thought it would be. It's very like everyday appropriate. The next one is Gentle. This is another beautiful one. There we go. It has a little bit of a mauve undertone. Or it could be just my fingers are already stained. I keep trying to clean my hands as well as possible. I have a little towel next to me. And then the last one is Petal Power. This is just a stunning blush. It is absolutely stunning. I had a couple from Milani that were supposed to be dupes for this, but I don't think they really compare. It has that like a gold, a little bit like a little bit of a gold shift. I know we're gonna be here for a long time. I don't know if I'm gonna end up splitting this video into two parts or what. And then from their like powder blush line, I have three. I have the shade Melba, and I have two in a kind of like a Z palette, like the MAC palette. One is okay. I have to prop them out. I don't remember what they are. So this one is Margin. Let me go ahead and swatch that. Here's Margin. Oh, that's not visible at all. Let's try it again. There it is. I don't know why I'm swatching on this side of my arm. let's do it again. So here's margin. There we go. Now we get the color. I'm gonna do it again. There you go. There's margin. And now I think this is Spring Sheen. I'm pretty sure this is Spring Sheen. Or is the line? No, it is Spring Sheen. So this one is definitely more, has more glow to it. There's Spring Sheen. They're both kind of like that peachy undertone. There they are. And now Melba. Melba is a matte. Definitely matte. It doesn't have, look at that. I can't believe it took me so long to pick up Melba. Like, why did it take me that long? I'm not sure. So there's that one. Those are the MACs. Oh, I have two more by MAC. I have the Into Eternity Electric Wonder Iridescent Powder, and I have Mother of Pearl's Pearl Matte Face Powder. Unfortunately, when this came to me, it came like completely shattered, so I repressed it. So let's do swatches of those two. Okay, but it's such a beautiful shade. There it is. And then let's do that Wonder one, Electric Wonder, which is like, is it a blush? Is it a bronzer? Is it a hybrid of everything? I do use it kind of like as a blush bronzer thing. I don't do a bronzer and a blush with it. I just use this one guy. These are all of my MAC blushes that are kind of like single. I do have some palettes by MAC, but we will save those until we do the face palette collection video. Let me move these out of the way, and then I'll be back with other brands. All right, next, I think I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna try to move through these blushes according to how they're set up in my blush drawer. Next, I'm gonna do Nars, Becca, Charlotte Tilbury, and the Hourglass blushes that I have. I do have an Hourglass palette, but I'm gonna leave palettes all the way to the end. We'll do all like blush palette swatches. Let me go ahead and get started. Let's get started with Nars. I'm just making sure my hands are really clean. The first one is Dolce Vita and Torrid. This is the powder form of Torrid, and I do have Orgasm. Okay, let's start with Orgasm, making sure my hands are all clean, my fingers are all clean. Again, it's so cold today, and usually when I'm freezing, I don't know, the warmth of my fingers does not help with the swatches. So there's Orgasm. Next, I'm gonna do Torrid. Oh, I love the shade. There's Torrid. I love it, both powder and liquid. So there's Torrid. And then let's do Dolce Vita. Dolce Vita, another beautiful blush. Like amazing for fall time. Look at that. So there they are. They're all minis, but I don't need more than the minis out of, I mean, I have plenty of blushes. I don't need big sizes. Let's go ahead and do Becca. I think I only have these three Becca blushes. This is the shade Songbird. This is a mineralized blush. A luminous blush I have is Tiger Lily. And then the last one by Becca that I have is also a luminous brush, and this is in Snapdragon. I'm gonna start with the matte one, which is Songbird. There's that. Tiger Lily, and the last one is Snapdragon. You can see how like pigmented, and like they apply effortlessly, without any effort. There we go. I can't pronounce the word. So they're the three Nars and three Beccas. Okay, let's do the Charlotte Tilbury blushes. I do have the shade Ecstasy. I have the shade Pillow Talk. And the shade Love Glow. Let's start with Ecstasy. I'm swatching it how I would apply it, which is swirling all of them together. Ecstasy is just so neutral, like can go with any kind of look. Neutral. Look at that. It's so pretty. Let's do Pillow Talk. Again, I'm just swirling them together because that's how I would apply them. Like the two shades. So there's Pillow Talk. It's very neutral. And then the last one is Love Glow. Love Glow is one of my favorites. Used to be, but now I find it too pink. Here it is. There's Love Glow. Okay, these are the Charlotte Tilbury ones. The single hourglass, I have only two. I have Incandescent Electra, which is a strobe lighting blush, and Brilliant Nude, which is also a strobe lighting blush. This one, I wanted this one so badly. These don't swatch. I mean, look at that. It just swatches like a powder, but they look so beautiful on the skin. Like, it's really hard to describe how they look on the skin, but it looks very, very light. And this is the Brilliant Nude one. Again, this was on my wish list for a long, long time. See, it looks so, like, does this even look like a blush? Hardly. So, there these are. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, let's move along. I'm gonna do Cover FX, Ofra, Laura Geller, and Too Faced next. I'm just trying to get through the way that they're in my drawers, but that's gonna be a nightmare. Let's start with Cover FX. These are the duos. This is the shade Warm Honey. So one shade is the matte, one shade is the shimmer, or the glowy shade. So there they are. The next one is the shade Soft Peach, which I haven't used yet. It was still in my brand new makeup drawer. I need to pull it in and play with it. Ooh, that's beautiful. Now I can see why they were sold out for the longest time when they came out. Or that one shade. Let's do Too Faced. I decluttered a few of my Too Faced blushes, or a lot of them. They're just a little bit bulky, and I just found that, you know, they don't have them. I don't have room for them in my collection, or I didn't want them. But I kept this guy. This guy is Peach Bellini. Sparkling Bellini. This is the only one from the Sweetheart collection that I kept. I love this blush. It's absolutely stunning. From the Sweetheart, the Love Flushes, I kept only one too. This is the shade I Will Always Love You. I must have got rid of the other one. I had another one that I really liked, but I kept this one. So there's that. I kept the shade, or this is the Fruit Cocktail Blush Duos. This is the shade Papaya Pop. And the shade like My Melons. So let's do Papaya Pop first. I don't know if I should be including these right here because they're kind of duos, but we're just gonna get through them. I do have a lot of duos that I wanna get through today, but we'll see. So that's Papaya. And now I'm gonna try to swatch it next to it. And this is Like My Melons. Here it is. Okay, let's go ahead and do those two by Ofra. This is the shade Chameleon. This is the really old packaging. So here's that one. Again, this is just beautiful for fall. And then the shade Charm. They're both matte, and they both are like really good formula. This is a little bit more neutral, but again, this is like perfect for fall time. By Laura Geller, I have the shade from the Swirl Blushes. I have the shade Sweetwater. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful blush. It looks intense, but on the skin, on the face, it just looks absolutely stunning. And then the other one by Laura Geller, this is the Baked Blush and Brighten, and this is the shade Tropic Hues. Had another one of these that I actually decluttered as well. I do have a palette by Laura Geller, but we'll just wait, like a blush palette, but we'll just do that with the palettes, blush palettes. So there's that one. While we're at it, I have a couple here in front of me that are just kind of random. Pure Kiko Milano and Bobbi Brown. So let's go ahead and swatch these as well. This is Blushing Act, just a matte blush by Pure. This is a beautiful formula and the shade is really pretty too. There it is. Okay, by Kiko Milano. This is Coral, Dreaming Coral. This is very glowy. So there's that one. And then the last one by Bobbi Brown. They call this an Illuminating Bronzing Powder. The shade is Santa Barbara. I think this on me is more of a blush. It's definitely not a bronzer, but hey, it is what it is. Oh, that was a bad swatch. Let's try that again. There it is. Okay, let me put these away and we'll move on to the next set. All right, let's go ahead and move right along. I have quite a bit of e.l.f. over here. I have some random ones like Persona, Ciate London, Physicians Formula, and Milani. I also have quite a bit of Milani. So let's do those real quick. I'm gonna move e.l.f. to the side. Let's start with Milani. This is the Rose Powder Blush, and this is in Romantica Rose. I used to hear a lot of people like rave about this one. I got mine in Ipsy just recently, so I haven't tried it yet. I'm gonna go ahead and, I don't know, I keep trying to swatch up on top, but let's go ahead and do that. So here it is. It's very neutral. I actually kind of like that. Okay, here we go. Next by Milani, these are the baked ones. This is the shade Petal Primavera. This is so beautiful. Ooh, that's beautiful. This is the shade Coralina. This looks intense. I haven't used this guy yet. Ooh, this is intense, but that's beautiful. This is Berry Amore, another beautiful blush. I had quite a few of these, but I just narrowed it down to the ones that I absolutely love. And then the last one is Luminoso. I decluttered the large one, the big guy that I had, and I just kept the mini. I have enough blushes. I do not need to keep the large one. So there's Luminoso. Whew, that's a cult classic for sure. It's beautiful. Okay, let's move on to, what are we gonna move on to? Let's go ahead and do the Physicians Formula ones. This is the Happy Booster. This is the shade Warm. I love this thing. I just wish the packaging of these was not so big. So there's that one. And then this is the Butter Blush, and the shade is Vintage Rouge. This is really pretty too, very neutral. There we go. Okay, let me try to squeeze these on the same arm, and then we'll do e.l.f. on the next one. This is Tiate London. This is Date Night. This is very glowy, and it kind of reminds me of the Hourglass blushes. Like, it doesn't look like anything, but it looks so beautiful on the skin. And then by Ciate London, this is the shade Matchmaker. This came damaged, and I tried to repress it as well as I could, but there it is. So pretty, very glowy. Okay. The only one left here is Persona. This is so pretty too, and this is the shade Georgia. Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful blush. Whew, look at that. I love that one. Okay, on the other side, let's go ahead and do the e.l.f. blushes. All right, I do have a few. I guess I forgot to swatch this. This is a blush and a bronzer, but it's cream. They're a cream formula. I think I'm gonna save. Do I want to save this for the duos? Maybe I'll go ahead and do that like when I do my face palettes, because these are highlighters too. I'm gonna save these just for a different video, because they, on my inventory, they are in a different spot. They're not in a blush spreadsheet. That narrows it down quite a bit. The only thing by e.l.f. I have are 3 blushes. This is the Primer Infused Shimmer Blush in the shade Always Cheery. Why did I always think it is Always Cheeky? It's always cheery. Oh boy. Okay. I really like their primer infused bronzers. Ooh, that's beautiful. Very pigmented. Wow. This is, I don't know, but the shade is Brilliant Mauve. I don't think these are the, I can't remember what the line is. So pretty. And this one is Radiant Peach. They're so, what's the word? Like very pigmented and beautiful colors. So these are the e.l.f. ones. Again, I'm gonna leave the duos for my like palette video. I do have a couple over here that are also sort of random in front of me. Just a couple different brands that are, I would just have one of basically. So we'll go ahead and do those. I do have Lawless, Benefit, Shayna B, Pretty Vulgar, Kylie, Flower Beauty, and Melt Cosmetics. Some of my favorites. We'll start with Melt. This is a beautiful one. This is the matte one, and this is in the shade Honey Thief. This is so pretty. Again, it looks just like a plain blah blush, but on the skin, it's amazing. Another one by that I really like. This is Lawless, and this is the Make Me Blush Velvet Blush. Shade is Angel Suede. It's another beautiful blush. Like, okay, I gotta use a different finger. My hands are so cold. So there's that one. By Kylie, I have the shade Close to Perfect. Lots of neutral blushes. I didn't realize that until I started all these swatches. I gotta build it up a little. There it is. By Benefit, this is the shade Rockateur. This is a really pretty, like, perfect for everyday kind of blush as well. Gotta build it up. I'm cold. I'm very, very cold. There's Rockateur. By Shayna B, the shade is Miami. This is just so neutral as well. I'm gonna put it over here. By Pretty Vulgar, this is the Make Them Blush, and the shade is Hush Blush. This is definitely more of a, ooh, that's crumbly. Very powdery, obviously. Very fall appropriate blush. I gotta clean that up real quick. And then lastly, the Flower Beauty one in the Flower Pots, and the shade is Warm Hibiscus. My fingers are pretty stained. Let me try and clean them a little bit better. Okay. This is the one that I'm like, I don't know what I think about it. I'm gonna try and squeeze it over here. I mean, it has a beautiful shift, but it needs work. Right, there they are. Okay, more just, I guess I have a couple Bareminerals, Buxom, Laura Mercier, LA Girl, and just some random ones over here. And I'm gonna do the blush toppers towards the end, and then I have a couple Patrick Ta and Natasha Denona. So let's get started. I guess we'll get started with this one. This is also by Kiko Milano. This is newer to my collection. This is the shade Green Me, and the shade, sorry, the Green Me blush, and the shade is Coral View. This is, again, so pretty. Like, I'm always so drawn to these shades. Okay, here's that one. Ooh, beautiful. Essence Satin Touch blush, in the shade is Satin Coral. This is a wonderful drugstore blush, formula-wise, color-wise. It's just beautiful. By Catrice, this is the blush box, and this is the shade Golden Coral. I had a couple of these, and I just kept only this one. It's my favorite one of them, and actually applies really nicely. There's that. By Juvia's Place, the shade Serafina. This is a pretty, pretty blush. Look at that. Ooh, that's beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and do LA Girl. This is Just Blushing in the shade Just Peachy. Yeah, I do have a thing for peachy blushes, as you can tell. There's that one. Now I have Bareminerals over here. I Actually, let's do Laura Mercier first. This is also newer to my collection, and this is the shade Peach. More peach. There's that one. Looks a little bit more on the pink side though, doesn't it? Okay. Now let's do those Buxons. This is Seychelles. I just picked it up. Let's see. I hope I like it because... Okay. Definitely more like mauve-y than I expected it to be. And then this is really beautiful. This is the shade Mykonos. This is one of my favorites as well. There is that one. Now we have some Baremineral blushes. Actually, let me do, before we do the Bareminerals, let me do this one. This is by ColourPop, and this is the Disney collection. This is Court of Miracles. So let's do this one. This is very intense. This one and the ones by Juvia's Place, I have to be very careful, but it's beautiful. So there's that. Let me go ahead and do Kimchi. This is the Taylor blush, and the shade is Vacation. Just trying to get as many on the one arm as I could. Look at that. That's intense as well. Gotta be very light-handed. We're almost done, and then we'll have, we're almost done with singles, and then we'll have palettes. Single blushes, Bareminerals Gen Nude, and this is On the Mauve. This is very fall appropriate blush. The formula of these is just fantastic. Look at that. Another Gen Nude, and this is a mini in the shade Pink Me Up. Doesn't look as pinky as it sounds. It's more like a peachy pink. Loose ones by Bareminerals. This is Golden Gate. These are really pretty. I think these are the only two loose blushes I have left in my collection. They're hard to swatch, but bear with me. And then the shade Luxury. There's Luxury. Okay, I really like the formula of these, like really do. They apply so effortlessly. Again, here we go again. I can't say the damn word. They apply without any effort to the skin. Okay, let me go ahead and do the Patrick Ta ones. So I have Patrick Ta, Natasha Denona, and Sicily, and then just two blush toppers. Okay, let's do Patrick Ta. I have 3 of them. The first one is the Monochrome Moment, and She's Sincere. These are not gonna swatch very nicely. You just have to apply them on the skin, but I'm gonna try. I definitely see they're just like, is there even a blush? Yeah, these don't swatch very nicely. I know that. Let me try this one. This is the shade She's Adorable. I mean, you can't even see them, but on the skin with a brush, beautiful, and they're really buildable. The other one by Patrick Ta is She's So LA, and this is the cream and the powder. I got this one to use kind of like that Fenty one that I have. It's just so unique. You can use it kind of as a blush or a blush bronzer. So there's the cream side, and then there's the powder side. Really unique shades, and I'm really happy to have this one. Okay, let me do the Natasha Denona. This is the Duo Glow, and the shade is Alba. Just making sure that it's Alba. There it is. And then let's do Sicily. This is the Orchid Blush, highlighter blush with White Lily, and this is the Orchid. This is probably my most expensive blush, and I just love it. I saved up for it, so here it is. It's this one. Plus look at that imprint. Like, what? That is just stunning. And then the two blush toppers that I have, one is by Nabla. This is the shade Truth. To be honest, I haven't used it yet since I picked it up. but I picked it up to use as a blush topper. Clean my fingers. And let me do it over here. Oh, that is pretty. Damn, that's more than a blush topper. That's a blush. And then Smashbox Vlada. This is in the shade Romantic. This, again, it's, I mean, it's deep, but it's, okay, where am I going to do this? I'm going to do it over here. There it is. So beautiful. These are all the single blushes I have, at least everything that I gathered around for this video. Now palettes. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, my friends, we're at the home stretch right now. Just blush palettes left. I think I got through all of the blushes, unless something is hiding somewhere. Let's go ahead and do the blush palettes now. Where do I want to start? Let's go start with Clinique. This is the Get Cheeky Cheek Puff palette. I like the formula of these. Oh God, that guy. I don't know if it's like, it didn't fall, but there they are, the 3 shades. I'm gonna give you a swatch, a better swatch of this one. This guy used as a highlight, but they're so pretty. Now I regret doing that because they're gonna stain my fingers. Okay, there's that. By Laura Geller, the Hollywood Blushing Baked Blush Trio. I love these. There's Pink Grapefruit, Bora Bora / Maui, and Honeysuckle. So, let's do these. This was I think it was a holiday palette a couple years ago. I don't know why they don't do these things like more often, but look at that. I love the formula. And the shades are just stunning. Like, don't you think? I mean, look at that. Okay, I gotta blend that over, but here. So there's that one. A newer one to me is this one. This is by Cookie. This is the Blush Up. Blushing. Oh, I think the shade is Blushing. Yeah. So there's 3 shades in here. They feel nice. It's my first time swatching them. I think they're going to be a little bit powdery, but that's okay. They feel really nice. Really pretty too. Very neutralish shades. There's that one. By Makeup Geek, I have 4 shades. I have to pull them out now. Okay, which one is this? This is XOXO. Oh boy. These are all Makeup Geek. This is Romance. XOXO Romance. Which one is this one? Let me pull it closer so you guys can see. This one is Soulmate. And this one is Spellbound. Let me swatch these. XOXO. I don't know why I'm saying the names. It's not like I'm gonna remember. So here's the first 2. Here's Soulmate and Spellbound. I don't remember. The only one I don't remember is this one. This is for a deeper skin tone. Ooh, that would be stunning. And then there's Spellbound. They're really pretty, and the formula is really great too. I picked these up on sale. They were like, they put all of those shades on sale, the round pans. So this is just a random Z palette that I put some blushes into. I'm gonna leave this to the end. I would like to get through these. Morphe. This is the blush trio, and the shade is Pop of Coral. Let me make sure my hands are clean. Here we go. 2 mattes and 1 shimmer. So here they are. Oh, really powdery formula. Plus I dipped in really heavy-handed. There they are. It's really pretty. A really pretty palette. I don't know if they still sell it, honestly. By Jouer, there's 6 in here. Let me clean my... Oh, can I fit them? Yeah, I'm gonna clean my hands so I can see if I can fit this really well. Okay, so there's Treasure Me, Marigold, Know Me. Look at that, Treasure Me is... I've never used it, honestly. That looks intimidating. And then we have Adore Me, Kiss Me, and Seduce Me. This was like a blush bouquet, they called it. I think that's what they called it. These are so pretty. I love the formula. Bouquet d'Amore. So there's that one. So pretty. Okay. I don't know why it's not closing very well. I'm gonna let's do the Barbie one. But let's do Hourglass first. This is, they're all blushes, and this is the lighting blush quad, and this was the Ghost collection. Yeah, they're all blushes. They have names, but all right. Let me make sure it's all clean over here. How are my hands? Pretty stained. I guess I'll just swatch them first and tell you what the names are after. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and swatch them over here. Again, with the Hourglass products, they're prettier on the skin. They when you apply them with a brush, they look really pretty. The first one over here is the Surreal Effect Blush. This is a strobe blush in the shade is Brilliant Nude. Lucid Glow strobe blush as well. And then the last one is Infinite Flush. Interesting, this is Brilliant Nude. I wonder if it's the same Brilliant Nude that I have as a single. That would be very disappointing. Because I bought that single after this palette. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the Pure Barbie collection, and this is the Malibu Blush palette. Again, they have names. Oh, I hate when the names are on the back. Let me make sure my hand is extra clean. It's a little, I mean, my arms are a little stained, but it's kind of expected when you swatch so many blushes. Let me do these first three, and then I'll tell you what the names are. Here's the first one, the second one, the third one. Okay, really beautiful. Number 4, 5, and 6. So 4, 5, and 6. Ooh, that's intense. That's definitely not a blush for me. But now let me flip it and see if I can read the names. Ooh, I guess I'm gonna read this way. So this would be Boss, California Dreams, Believe, Malibu, Sweet Dreams, and Wish. So pretty. That really is beautiful. And then the palette itself is just so beautiful. Okay, now last but not least is my self-made palette. There's a few in here by The Balm. I'm gonna try to swatch them on the same arm. So these are by The Balm. This is Too Faced, this is Douce, and then this is Covergirl. Let's do the Balm ones first, these 3. Okay, here are the Balm ones. Let's do Douce, Too Faced. Ooh, my fingers are so stained. And then Covergirl. So this is Too Faced. This is a really pretty blush from Too Faced. It wasn't a palette. This is that Douce one, which is more of a mauve-y one. And here is Covergirl. Gotta swatch these again. They just did not show up. Okay, here they are. Should we read the names? I don't know if I wrote the names on there, but let's try. So the Balm ones, I think I wrote the names. This is Houndstooth. This one, Houndstooth. This one is gonna be this corally one, which is Houston Street. What's the last one? The last one is Frat Boy. So Houston Street, Frat Boy, Houndstooth. This is Too Faced. It didn't have a name, so I can't tell you. Douce, I don't think I had a name. And Covergirl was like one of those cheeker things. I don't know the name either. there it is. These are all of my blushes. I do have, again, some blushes like pans, 2-pan palettes would be blush highlight or blush bronzer. These will be in my face palette videos. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Please subscribe before you leave. And what do you want to see next? Do you want to see bronzers or highlights? Please let me know in the comments below. Have a good day. Bye.